All right, guys, welcome back. And in today's episode, we're obviously going to be talking about the biggest trade of the trade deadline that just went down. The Colts are acquiring superstar cornerback Sauce Gardner for two first-round picks. The Jets are getting back the 2026 first and the Colts 2022 first, plus wide receiver Adenai Mitchell. And this isn't uncut. I have to go to work soon, so I'm gonna try to get this out as fast as possible for you guys. But like my instant reaction is like, wow, like I'm at a loss for words. I don't even know how to feel. It sucks for the Jets fans because it seems they're just acquiring picks to eventually land their top quarterback. And I don't really like the philosophy. It seems like the Jets are going with the philosophy of get the quarterback, then build the team. It felt like Sauce Gardner was a cornerstone of their team. I think he's only 25. He has easily another good 5 years in him as a top 3, top 5 corner. Even you can argue the best corner in the league. And it just sucks because you know that he's the main part of that defense. And now it seems like they're trading their cornerstone player to, again, it feels like they've been rebuilding forever. And it just feels like the Jets haven't made the playoffs, let alone made the Super Bowl in years and years. So it sucks. And then going over to the Colts, they're going all in this year. It seems like the Colts found their franchise quarterback for the next couple of years, at least in Daniel Jones. They're probably going to try to extend him in the offseason. And I guess they think that they don't need the 2 first-round picks. And I don't blame them. You're getting a top 3, top 5 corner for the next 5 years at elite level. But honestly, I just feel for Jets fans. Sauce Gardner is one of the best at his position, and it sucks that you guys are going on another rebuild. I like the philosophy, like I said, of building your team, then drafting the quarterback, because I just feel like that's where the Jets go wrong. I think they try to draft the quarterback and then build the team around them. And I think that's the backwards philosophy for it. I don't blame the Jets, though. I think it's a very strong offer. The rumor was that they weren't even actively shopping him, but it just came across their table this morning, and it's like 2 first-round picks and Adenai Mitchell, who's had a rocky start to his career. You've seen all the advanced metrics. He gets open. He separates pretty well. A young receiver who you can pair with Garrett Wilson potentially, and 2 first-round picks to build for the future. But I just feel like a cornerback is a very valuable position. You shouldn't be trading a guy in the middle of his prime at 25, and you extended him this offseason for 4 years, $120 million. And then going back over to the Colts, you would think before the season started that GM Chris Ballard is probably on the hot seat, but with how they're starting, I think they're 7-2 right now. He's probably good, because you would think this would be like their last-ditch effort to keep his job. With how they're performing this year, they're going all in for the next couple of years. The Colts team is relatively still young. Daniel Jones isn't even 30. The offensive line's still pretty young. The receivers, Josh Downs, Michael Pittman, Alec Pierce, still pretty young. So I think they think that they can mortgage the next 2 years of their future to let their team grow together and get all better together, and then have a lockdown secondary with Sauce Gardner, Charvarius Ward, Kenny Moore, Nick Cross. I'm probably forgetting someone. Instant reactions. It sucks for Jets fans. They get a strong package back. I would probably grade the Jets a D+. I just don't like trading a top 5, top 3 player at the position in the middle of their prime. I think he should have been the focal point of that defense as they were rebuilding. It seems like they're prolonging the rebuild even more. I just want, for the sake of Jets fans, for them to make the playoffs and everything. And then going over to the Colts, I think it's an A+ move. I think you're bona fide cornerback 1, lockdown corner. He's going to lock down the opposing team's receiver 1. I think this just elevates their defense, and they've been rumored to be looking at defense this trade deadline and what the success of their team now. Nothing's guaranteed in the NFL. If you're having a hot season, you think you really can do it this year. Push in your chips and let's see how it goes. I credit Chris Ballard for going all in and trading for a guy that he believed in. So yeah, my instant reaction for the Colts would be an A+. And like I said, I'm going to have my full reaction video coming out later this week of all the trades that happened, but I thought I had to get this out. This is a blockbuster trade, just like the Micah Parsons trade. And there's only more to come. There's still 3 hours left before the trade deadline closes for this season. Stay tuned for later this week for my new episode. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing, please. And I'll see you guys next time.